Alright, so today I'm working on the Spirit Avengers alignment. The steering wheel being upside down while steering, it doesn't bother me, but I want to fix it anyway. I want to make it right side up so it works, so it looks right, as well as getting the alignment correct. I'm going to show you in 1 second exactly why I'm doing the alignment. Alright, so from the front, all tires are aligned except for that front driver's side wheel. Everything else is straight and where it needs to be, but that front driver's side wheel is way off as opposed to aligned. So that's what we're going to be trying to do today, is not only fixing the steering wheel column and fixing the steering wheel into the correct position, which I think it is right now, but also getting the driver's side wheel to be correctly aligned. Now, I drove it 3 states to get it here like this just fine. However, that's going to cause different kind of wear and tear on the tire and things like that over time. So we don't want that. We want to get it right. So that's what we're doing on this channel right now. And so as you can see, what I did was I got the wheel properly lined up as best as I can eyeball it, which is actually pretty good. I mean, considering last time y'all saw it, the wheel was completely upside down. I don't know what I did to make it correct, but we're gonna go with this. This is what we're gonna do, is we're gonna keep it lined up like that, and then hopefully get that driver's side wheel correct. See how she's kind of like sticking out from above? You can really tell. Yeah, that ain't right. That don't look good at all. None of the other wheels are doing that. So, welcome to the wheel and steering alignment. Stay tuned. Alright, so after finding the correct piece to go on there, I decided to just kind of leave it hanging there, and I'm like, what? If I'm doing this, I might as well roll camera. Alright, so this took me a while to figure it out on this thing, because it doesn't look like all the other ones you see on YouTube for other vehicles. But I believe this is the part we need to fix, which is you got these little rivets on this side and on this side to adjust. And then you twist this thing around in the middle to hopefully bring the wheel back where we need it without adjusting the steering wheel, hopefully. We got the steering wheel column, where am I? Right here, I believe, which again is different from a lot of the other videos I've seen, but this control arm moves the steering wheel column box is controlled right here, which moves this control arm, moves this dealy bob here, which moves all this. I mean, it's crazy. There's like 5 or 6 different arms for this thing, which from other videos for other vehicles, I didn't see that many. I don't understand why it's built like this, but you know what? She's a beast. What can we do? So anyway, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I put on a big breaker bar because I had a little struggle getting this screw or nut off. Thankfully, hopefully it comes off just nice for me. Do it really easy. We don't want to break nothing. Again, I'm not a mechanic. Don't know what I'm doing, but in the state of the world right now, I guess going to World War III, it motivated me to get off my ass and fix this today. You know, you never know when you need your bug out vehicle. Yeah, I've been calling this van life, but you know what? It's looking more like we're going into bug out life. You know? I have it already stocked with food and supplies and whatnot, so why not just... Man, things are pretty good. I wonder if I can move to the regular wrench yet. Let me try that. Socket wrench will make this so much easier. course, gotta have all these little adapters because I got different sizes for everything. It don't look like we loosened it up enough yet. Dang. It's not budging. You saw it. So we'll just keep doing that. Slowly twisting her off there, hopefully. We'll get her eventually, I think. Hopefully without breaking any parts. Hopefully without breaking any tools. So yeah, in different videos I have seen different parts holding this together. Like different tools being used. This one's being held on by a little nut. So I figured, I guess that size nut is half-inch nut, something like that. So this is the first one I've seen like this, but hopefully this would allow me to make the adjustment that I need. I'm really hoping that this is the problem. Yeah. It's kind of boring. Yep. Keeps popping out of there on me, so that's kind of annoying. Get back in the hole. There we go. I think maybe it should be loose enough now. I can switch back to the wrench. It'd be so much easier with the wrench, I think. Yeah, see, ratchet's the way to go. Oops. I should put some of that stuff that loosens up the rust on here. There's really not much rust on this vehicle at all. I mean, just little surface things, but nothing affecting it at all. It's very mechanically sound. I can't believe this vehicle. I mean, you see a little bit of rust buildup on the tail, on the exhaust system, but again, it's kind of just on the surface. It's not like eating through it. I would kind of maybe get a chance to go through and kind of put some like rust protectant on it, just to be safe, on the safer side, make it last longer. This vehicle does not appear to have spent much of its life in like northern environments, so that's good. I'm gonna use this crescent wrench to hopefully hold the top nut where it needs to be. There's a little nut on top. I don't know if I should go for a clamp. I don't know if I got enough arms to do all these holes here, but stay for me. It would be cool if you would just stay put for me. Yeah, just like that. Just like that. And now I have to somehow figure out how to do that. There we go. Getting somewhere. I don't know if I need to go too far with it. Let's see. I mean, we got some movement now. This thing should, once I do this side next, we should have play on this and be able to move it. That's the goal. Once we can move this little dealy bob here, we should be able to move the tire into position. And that's gonna be a little bit of trial and error, so let's figure that out. Boop. I don't know why I do that. I don't know if I'm the best storyteller here, but I always turn the camera off when I'm trying to do some kind of work of some kind. And I don't know, maybe that's part of the journey. Maybe I should be showing my struggles and whatnot as I'm doing this. I try to be a little bit of a perfection artist here. Perfectionist or whatever, so I have a hard time wanting to show every stupid little thing I'm battling. But isn't that the point? To show this, to tell the story here? So I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. So we got some movement on this finally, so I don't know if I need to loosen her up any further. You know? Man, I can spin that nut all day now. Don't roll away on me. So maybe we're loose now on that side. So we're gonna do the other side. Again, I follow one of my favorite channels on YouTube, Mr. Weirdbeard. Love your channel. Shout out to you. You're the one who inspires me to kind of do a lot of this stuff. Mainly between Survivor Man, Les Stroud, and Weirdbeard, I feel like I'm going to have a better shot at surviving World War because I'll be able to fix my own cars up and get out of here. Bug out, if you will. But anyways, Weirdbeard's channel has kind of inspired me on car restoration and got me all into restoring sports cars. As you kind of see in the driveway, there's a bunch of them. Camaros, Firebirds, and Charger, to be exact. We like our sports cars around here. Yeah, so that's kind of the idea behind there. I kind of want to line this way. For, as I was saying with the Weirdbeard, any of you who follow his channel, I mean, also at Chrome Valdez from Van City Vanlife is who got me into going from sports cars to vans. I traded in my Firebird for this beast. And, well, went from Van City Vanlife obsession with building out vans for off-grid living. And then my fondness of Weirdbeard and just car restoration and rebuilds and fixing up for flipping and all that led me to being able to do a lot of my own work. Didn't have to go to mechanic school. And then, of course, Survivor Man. Always been a fan of him. I just recently discovered he's on YouTube now. I don't know how long he's been there, but been there long enough for me to just now discover him. Oh man, this is gonna be a little tricky on this side. I'm really all about, I don't know, I use his channel to fall asleep at night, and I love it. Oh, this one doesn't need the breaker. That's good. It's already loose enough. A little bit of crud on there, but that's it. I wonder if that's loose enough. Don't fall away. Are we loose enough to where I can make a difference here? Ooh, I don't know. Is that even what we're trying to loosen? I hope I'm doing this right. I don't want to destroy any of the bushings. Maybe some of that grease should come off. That's one thing about being a self-taught mechanic. I don't know, like, is that grease? Is that mud? Is that grease supposed to be there? Is that mud? I'm assuming is not supposed to be there. As you can see though, this thing's been sitting for a good minute and there are no leaks underneath this vehicle. There's crud buildup, there's mud and crud, but I don't see any evidence of any leaks. Maybe a little bit, but nothing on the ground. There's a little bit of what looks like either crud or oil buildup on different parts under here, but I definitely don't see any leaks of any kind. Enough to drip all over the ground. So to me, that's a good sign. For a guy who doesn't really know entirely what he's doing, I think that's gotta be something positive. So, man, I wish I had more arms. I don't know, I don't want to lift, and the jack stands I have aren't tall enough to lift this thing where it needs to be to get it off the ground all the way, so gotta improvise. Just gotta work with what you got. World coming to an end or whatever, you're gonna have to go Mad Max and figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out while I still have the power of YouTube. Teach myself all that I need to know based on those channels I just mentioned. Hopefully I get to watch the foraging part of this Road's channel on how to find wild edibles before the world goes down. Would be nice. I'm not trying to sound crazy or anything. I don't know about the end of the world stuff, but I'm just trying to do my own thing. I just really been obsessing over the van life, trading it in from sports cars to van life, you know. Just for the sake of doing it. I enjoy this idea of going off grid and not paying rent. That's really the big enemy. In fact, I think rent, that's my conspiracy theory right there. I think expensive rent is the enemy of the world over all this war stuff, all these battles for resources. People just want to be able to live, and rent getting to the point where I can't afford it. If you got child support or anything like that, how the hell are you supposed to live, you know? Thankfully I don't have that at the moment, but you never know. So man, I can't get this little sucker. Man, this part just keeps falling right off. Until I need better tool set. I definitely need to invest in newer tools. I've had these tools since I was a child. Some of these tools I've had for most of my life. Is that making a difference? We're still spinning over here. I don't know where the bolt is. It's the nut. I might have to edit this down a little bit. I don't know. I don't think people are gonna stick around and watch me fumble around with everything. Hey, getting somewhere, I think. Do I need to take it all the way off? I don't know. Well, doesn't have much play yet. Certainly, we're not moving much yet. Well, I think I might just go ahead and twist these to be looser. They're still pretty good. I should, and I haven't done it, but I should invest in some kind of spray, rust protector, all that kind of stuff to loosen things up, clean things up a little bit. That's what Mr. Weirdbeard would probably be doing. Yes, I'm definitely not as professional as I need to be. But we're in a pinch here. They just announced, I guess, on the news that we're in a world war situation, right? So that should be a little bit more, I just got to get in here and do this. Whether I know how to do it or not, kind of got to do it. I hope I'm not coming off as sounding crazy. I'm not like that at all. I don't care about conspiracies and things like that. A little backstory about me. My mother was a huge conspiracy theorist for my entire youth, so I grew up under that. Oh, crud. Be right back. So, that's really annoying. Because the little ball thing in here is not holding my tool together. Oh well. I'm just going to have to keep chasing the piece until this stupid thing decides to stop rolling off on me. Greasy. Very greasy. Ow. Keep hitting my knuckles and things. Welcome to mechanic life. Hit your knuckles on pieces. So I'm not a mechanic, but I've been spending my entire life doing weird repairs on the computers and electronics and cell phones, VCRs, DVD players, you name it, refrigerators. just repairing everybody's broken shit and finding shit on the side of the road that I like to fix up and sell for money. So it's kind of, the next step was fixing cars, really. Oh, crap, not again. This is really annoying. Maybe I should put some of that grease. I know this is a terrible idea. Maybe if I put a little bit of grease on here, it'll stick to my fucking tool better. Well, hopefully I'm getting this thing loosened up right now. It's been like 20-minute video. Just trying to loosen her up. I feel like it's coming off. I don't know if I got any more like loose bolt business going on. Yeah. I know I had a, as I was saying, my mother was a huge conspiracy nut. So I grew up most of my life having to hear about almost like Skynet type scenarios. She was very paranoid about machines taking over the world. And, well, not so much machines taking over the world, but she really bought into that idea of the world coming to an end. And she thought herself as like a Sarah Connor, but without the machine war and future stuff. It was pretty weird growing up. Around 9/11, she panicked and ditched the whole family. Ran away, disappeared for months to go apparently hide in the mountains without her kids. Who knows what she was really doing, but she used that as her excuse to flee the family and left us all for dead. It meant that it was the end of the world. Way to go, Maya. As crazy as she was, though, she did have some pretty wild thoughts on how this all works. This whole machine, the world, and governments, what's going to happen to us all, that kind of thing. Man, I don't know if I like. Is that supposed to be like this? Hope so. I might have to replace some bushings, but I don't have them with me at the moment. Man, I almost like to take that off there, clean it all up, and then put it back on. But I'd have to remove the cotter pins. I don't know if I'm willing to do all that today. My life doesn't allow me a whole lot of freedom to have these moments to even do this. Because I'm too busy paying rent, too busy working to pay rent. Working my life away to pay rent. I can't wait to go full-time van life. But you never know when that's gonna activate doing that or not. Damn, that's a lot of gunk. Don't got a lot of leaks, but we do got a lot of gunk. I kind of regret trying to move some of the gunk. I feel like it protects it from the rust. I don't know if there's any truth to that either, but whatever. So I got this pick part loose. I don't know if you can see that. And we're just gonna kind of keep trying to loosen these up. Loosen this one up. And this bar in between should start kind of moving. But right now it's just moving the whole thing. Could be kind of rusted on there a little bit. I might have to use like a spray to loosen it all the way up. I don't know. Maybe I have to take the whole thing apart. I don't want to have to remove these cotter pins because I probably have to break them off or something. I don't want to do that. I don't have replacements. Let's see, what can we do? What can we do? That's the question. Work with what we got and figure out what can we do. This is definitely the part I'm trying to work on. I am in the correct part of the vehicle for what we're trying to achieve here. That's good. Because it took me a few days of just trying to figure that out. Sitting around thinking about it, researching it, and I'm like, this doesn't look like anything I've seen on the damn internet. So, which part of the car is the part I'm trying to fix? Because it doesn't look like anything I've seen. Yeah, and loosen up even more because I don't have enough play on it right now. Definitely not loose enough to where I can mess with it yet. I'm trying to find where the rivets are. I think that's what's happening. See, there it is. That's all gunked up inside there. Maybe that's why we can't get nowhere. This should only take a few minutes to do this entire job, really. It's not that hard of a job to do your own alignment in the sense of loosening these things up and getting in there. I might have to take a wire brush or something to this and clean it up. So I think that's what we're going to do next. Stay tuned. Alright, so I wanted to do this in a one video, but it looks like this is going to turn into at least a two-part video on the account that I'm having a hard time getting this little guy over here on this side loosened up enough to where I can hand twist it off here. I don't want to break nothing, so I got to do a little bit more research on that. But it's kind of jammed up right here, so I'm thinking I got to get some of that spray to loosen it up. I don't have that on hand, unfortunately, but on this side, it is loose. So if I can just get this loose, I think we'll be back in the game. So unfortunately, this is going to be a two-part video. Oh well. So anyway, as I was saying, this isn't going to be a this isn't going to be a single shot video, unfortunately. It's going to be a two-parter. Oh well. I am running out of time, and my ability to loosen this up by hand just isn't working. I'm going to have to go buy some spray, come back and do this. So yeah, I'll just do this in a two-part video. And not like this channel can not use the content, so that's cool. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you have watched this far, if you have any ideas on how or what I'm doing right or wrong, please leave a comment below. Hopefully I'm not even working on the wrong part to the car, you know. So I'm really trying to figure it out. If you know anything about this kind of stuff, please help me out. Yeah, build this together, you know. Like, subscribe, share, do all that kind of noise if you could. Help me out here. But for the most part, I hit a wall. I hit a roadblock, so I'm going to have to stop here. I'm half tempted to take the whole thing off, clean it up, and put it back on, but that requires removing some of those pins, and I don't really know if I want to do that in case they break. I don't have replacements for them. That kind of thing, so there's that. I don't know, just trying to have fun with this project. Just trying to get her up to speed and get it ready, you know. I don't feel comfortable enough taking her on a big trip yet until we get her where she needs to be. Should I pay a professional to do this, or should I keep doing it myself? Well, the whole point is to be able to do it myself. And I'm not a professional by any means. Anyway, till next video, you know. This is Vanlife Rocks. This is the Spirit Avenger getting its alignment and steering done by a guy who doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Thank you. Alright, so what I've decided to do, instead of making it two videos so far anyway, we'll see if that changes, I decided to pull the cotter pin, pull the nut off. I'm doing the same on this side. I'm just going to take this whole piece off, clean it up, and see if I can loosen it up that way. And then we'll go from there. So we're working on the second one now. I got the second pin off. Getting the second nut off. Once that's loose, pull it through and remove the entire part. That way I can work on it off of the vehicle and see if I can clean it up, loosen it up, whatever I can do. Since I didn't have any spray or anything, and I didn't want to go all the way into town, this is my next best step. But that's the best thing I can think of. And maybe before I put it back on, I'm thinking about replacing the bushings, even though they seem like they're pretty good. But, you know, who knows? If this just pounds off here or what? And I might not get anywhere because maybe this is even how you remove it. Guess not. I wonder if you have to do anything with this piece down here. Shit. Alright, well, I'm doing a lot of work for nothing, I guess. I don't know. Trial and error. Hopefully I'm not breaking anything important. That's the most important thing I'm trying to avoid, is breaking the things I need to keep. So we're not going to do that. I can maybe continue trying to push it through. Yeah, well, we're still trying to troubleshoot this. Well, moving the pins and the nuts off of here to take the entire part off isn't working either, because for some reason I can't get these through here. And if it's just strength, I don't want to break it, so I'm not being too rough on it. I don't really know what I'm doing, so I don't want to mess with it too much. I can't wiggle it by hand. Can't loosen it by hand. I can't get it to go off of the thing. I don't think there's another piece to remove, another nut or anything. So if anybody has any ideas, I would definitely appreciate sharing them in the comments, because I am stuck. Dead in the water is what I call this. I'm getting nowhere. I'm loosening up a bunch of stuff. I'm getting nowhere. And I'm getting a little bit of a, looks like it might be power steering. I'm gonna have to take a look at. A little bit of leakage there. Not too bad. Probably just needs a bushing or something replaced. You know, I'll figure that out later. It's not much. Doesn't seem to affect its functionality at all. So there's that. We are getting our ass kicked by this machine by just one little thing that doesn't want to budge. Go figure. That's just how it goes. So this will definitely be a two-part video. I apologize. Anyway, thanks for watching. Do the like, subscribe thing. Leave some comments below if you have any clue on what I'm doing and can correct me or help me out here. That'd be great. Thank you.